Alright, so welcome everyone. Welcome to the first video in a brand new series of Kerbal Space Program. I'm going to be playing in the career mode at the hardest difficulty level with a number of tweaks. For some reason you have to manually select part pressure limit and G-force limits for both Kerbals and parts, and also loss of control on loss of signal and plasma blackout. Otherwise they're deselected, which is a bit strange. When you select hardest difficulty when you select difficulty levels, when you first start a brand new game, for some reason they're blanked out. So you have to manually select them. So I've done that, it's not a problem. Right, so we have a number of parts packs, a number of other mods which make it more difficult, and an extension to the solar system. We also have, as you can see, we have Kerb inside, and Kerbal Space Center Plus Plus, as well as Kerbal City, which is just over there. All courtesy of the mod called Kerbal Constructs, which allows you to place new constructions, new statics, new launch pads, things like that. Right, so first of all, I'm not going to list all the mods I've got installed right now. But what I will do, I've placed an entire list of all the mods I'm playing with in the description section of the playlist. So just click the playlist link, series link, and it'll take you straight to the actual list of the videos in the playlist, and in the description section there's a list of all the mods I've got installed. To give you an idea, I've got Outer Planets Mod, which extends the stock star system beyond the orbital dual. I also have custom asteroids for both the stock system and the OPM orbits as well. So we also have TACLS, which I can't really play KSP without. Doesn't really make any sense. Need spacesuits, but somehow they live on a green planet with an oxygen atmosphere, but they don't need oxygen when they go into space. I don't really understand that part. So TACLS basically forces you to provide food, water, oxygen to your Kerbals, or else to die while they're on missions, which is pretty logical. We would do that. We would actually die ourselves without those sort of supplies. Okay, next to that we have Kerbal Health. Now Kerbal Health, amongst certain things, something that really piques my interest about the mod is the fact it has radiation effects, as well as other sort of effects on your Kerbals. We'll pop this up very, very quickly so you can take a very quick look. We have radiation. We also have health. We also have certain effects. We have quirks. Now, if they discover an anomaly, when they actually discover it, first of all, they have a chance of obtaining or acquiring a quirk. That's a characteristic. It can either be positive or negative. So that's Kerbal Health. The radiation effects. So that's interesting. I haven't played with Kerbal Health before. So I have exponential launch pads, as you can see there. That's just the settings page. Final Frontier. In stock it's quite difficult to actually keep track of where your Kerbals have been, what they've actually achieved. With Final Frontier, you can see it in an instant. You can just roll over each of the ribbons that they get, or the awards that they get, and you can see exactly what they've done. Scansat. Pretty much should be stock, but it's not. Distant object enhancement is settings. Basically so you can see distant objects, so everything's rendered in the solar system. Alright, so we have what's the other stuff we've got? We have stage recovery, which goes alongside Kerbal construction time. We also have scrapyard and scrap. Now scrap is a part failure mod. I'll show you a bit more of that once we start building things in a moment. So various parts packs, I'll just give you a very, very light rundown. Not all of them, just to give you an idea. I've got KW Rocketry, I've Nova Punch Continued, the whole of USI Suite by Rover Dude, the whole of Nerti's Near Future Technology, all of those, Space Y Heavy Lifters, as well as its expansions, SSTU, B9 Aerospace, Kerbal Aircraft Expansion. What was the train? That's cool. That's good. And cars. like that. Alright, so we have various contract packs as well. A huge amount. We do have given aircraft a purpose, as well as curbing side given aircraft a purpose. That gives us passenger flights to the new airports around the planet. Let's get started. So we're going to build our first aircraft. Okay, launch our first vessel. But right now, we have no funds, we have no science, and no reputation whatsoever. So because we've got given aircraft a purpose or gap installed, we get offered certain things. Now this is actually part of the prototype marketplace from Gap. But first we have a venture capital fund loan of 20k. Now because we're playing on hardest difficulty, we only get 60% of the advance and the reward. That includes science as well. Sometimes it doesn't always reflect that, but yeah, it looks like it is now. So it's 12,000 we actually get. We have to pay it back with interest. We can pay it back early, or then you pay back the actual amount that we borrowed. I'm going to go ahead and take this. So basically I'm going to read this out. Here at Gap Aerospace we take care of our own. We've noticed that you are running a little low on funds, and before you see you go under, we'd like to offer you, your organisation, a loan from the Gap Venture Capital Fund. We believe you're in your ability to turn things around, so we think you will be able to benefit from this offer if you accept it. And that is only 12,000. Term is 30 days. Interest charge is 35% or 7,000 of the actual 12,000 we borrow. After 30 days we owe 27,000. We can pay it back early. This loan is interest free for the duration of the term. There's no penalty for paying off this loan early, so there's no interest if you pay it off even the day before. So to pay off loan after, you just have to cancel the contract. Gene will like that, but we'll accept it. Because we've got all of these. I'll accept all of these. We've got the external command seat, cubic strut, decoupler tech, oops a daisy. As you can see, we've got given aircraft purpose passenger flights, even though we don't have any passenger compartments yet. They seem to show up straight away from the beginning, which is fine because you can make sure it's actually working. It's not such a big deal. I know it's working. Because we're given aircraft a purpose, we got a part there called a propulator. Alright, so we've got 12,000. So first contract is going to be build and fly a glider. So Wilbur Kerman been overseeing Gap's flying machine project and have formed a new venture company called Wright Aeronautical to explore the frontiers of powered air flight. To get started, they need to develop a prototype glider to test a few flight control concepts. Your glider must have a command seat, wings to control its flight, and be able to land safely. In other words, not being able to sort of kill someone. So getting the glider up into the air is up to your imagination. However, Jebediah Kerman recommends the tried and tested solid rocket approach. That or jumping off a cliff. Your choice. Whatever you decide to do, just make sure your pilot survives, as we don't want any bad publicity. Now we do have parachutes, but that is just a safety option for in case of an emergency, not an actual landing option. So whatever you decide to do, just make sure your pilot survives, because we don't want any bad publicity this early into our program. To be counted as a true glider, you need to decouple any boosters you decide to use. I'm going to take this. Okay, so in the aircraft hangar, I'm going to call it the aircraft hangar for now, because we're not going to be developing space planes for quite some time. Alright, so Werner von Kerman, thank you very much. Alright, so we have the external command seat, but obviously it can't be the first part. Let's take a quick look. Okay, so in this sort of green colour means we're actually being lent this technology. We're not actually able to actually use it on anything except what they want us to. It takes experimental, so it's marked experimental, so you cap the first thing again, but it's a separatron. And because we've got USI, the entire package of USI from Rover Dude, we also get our sounding rocket parts, procedural parts as well, including the SRB, the biplane engine from Firespitter. I believe that's a stock. Pilled assist module. I think that may stock. It might not be. No, it's not. No, stock one isn't available yet. Oh, never mind. So we've got a Separatron. Nothing in command except D-spin thrusters. We also have modular fuel. Modular fuel. Well, obviously you have modular fuel tanks. We also have modular launch pads as well. I'll show you those in a moment. Robotics. Decoupler. Okay, handy decoupler. That's the experimental one though. But I prefer this one. Okay, so we've got the sounding rocket parts. Let's see what else we've got. So we've got the biplane wings. Okay. Rover Max G2. I don't understand why the prototype marketplace from Gap unlocks these, because they're not really landing gear. They're not landing gear. But never mind. That's a utility. Biplane wheels, pair. And the skid. And a ladder. That's nice. And there's a parachute, which is obviously we don't need. Now, as I said in the contract window, we do have parachutes. Personally, we have two types of parachute. The stunt parachute and the standard sort of rescue parachute, the round one. The stunt one, you can actually sort of steer it. It's rather like a hang glider. So what do we actually get to start with? Okay, I've got girders. Pretty sure I should have some other stuff, but unfortunately I don't seem to be able to find it. Oblong fuel tank, that's quite handy if we actually had an engine. We're not allowed to use engines. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Put another one just there. Let's get this command seat. Just another skill, basically. What's our weight? 425 kilos. Not quite there. Oh, what's handy? 75%. Need to move the seat a little bit forward. Structure. With a cross piece for the wings to attach to. Not that size though. Not that size either. 75. There we go. Okay. So wings. We'll see where the centerpiece comes in. We'll probably use tweak scale to bring it down. Yeah, I've seen it wants to be forward a little bit. Okay. Okay, so mass is a little bit further forward. So once we attach the wheels, we can bring it forward a little bit further. We could do that now, just to make sure we can actually turn mirror mode. This will definitely need tweak scaling. Also, a little bit too big. It can get rather awkward trying to attach these. Yeah, I knew it. Is that it? Yeah, that's fine. Tweak scale them down. I'll say 60%. Rigid attachment. I'm not going to mess around with any of the settings of for the wheels and cause physics problems. You going to give me that? Thank you. So you want a wide stance because otherwise it can tip over quite easily when you're trying to take off. I need that to be smooth. So the wheel's about the centre of mass actually, but yeah. So the lift is going to be quite nose light and it's going to be quite tail heavy. Well, so you haven't got the rear tail fins on yet. Definitely needs up. It's about there. Okay. Grab that piece. Like that. Just makes it look a bit more visually sort of appealing as well. Also, once again, it could also move the centre of mass forward a little bit at least. Get the same level as the... Nope. There we go. Just so it tidies that up. Makes it look like the top at least welded to... Well, it's a bit off actually. Here's a bit off, isn't it? It's turned round. It's rotated round. Okay. Not such a bad thing, actually. I'm going to leave that one there it is, and then we'll take this one round. There we go. So they're welded. Can move that forward a little bit now. No, forward. There we go. That's better. That should be fine. Alright, so once you've got the rest of the wings, I'm going to tweak scale these wings down a little bit. It's about 80% or so. A little bit too large. Move it forward a little bit. If it lets me. Yeah, it can be rather awkward. As you can see. That's better. So in an ideal world, and an ideal world, these would match up with these, but unfortunately they don't seem to want to. Oh, never mind. Alright, so we've got wings. Wings, wings, wings. So we've got the short wings. Now these are, because it's a biplane wing setup we're using, normally there'll be a low wing and a slightly larger overhead wing. Can I get this right? There we go. Is that level? Yeah. Okay, tweak this down to 80%. Okay, there we go. So these are going to be the ailerons. These are going to be for pitch and yaw. So obviously, pitch and roll, sorry, not pitch and yaw. So yaw wants to be off. Doesn't want to go there. Can match that up. Just about perfect. So the roundels to go on as well. Oh wait a minute, not those ones. These ones. Again, rigid attachment. And about 80%. Is that level? Damn, not quite. That definitely isn't. Okay, so I'm going to leave it as a single wing for now. If we have a problem getting off the ground or having control, then I might add the lower wings just across here. But hopefully we'll have a problem. Okay, so we've got the vertical fin. Can be rather awkward trying to put this on properly. And leave it at about, I'll say 80% again, but obviously the smaller you make your vertical fin, the less you sort of your control, yes, the less your stability you have as well. We'll put it 90%. We'll turn roll off, and we'll pitch and pitch off. So I've just got yaw control. And for the tail planes, I'm going to turn everything but pitch off. We have too many control surfaces doing the same job, it can cause instability. That's what I've found anyway. So back to 90%. Engine attachment on. I'll leave it with these textures on, because otherwise it gets a bit political. I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about. I know it's a biplane, but I tell you, it's a glider. More German. RAF. I'll leave it as these. It's a shame we don't have any more textures for these parts. But it's pretty much been abandoned. Then is we can actually still use it without any problems. It isn't because of Rover Dudes. He's very kindly adopted the mod and fixed certain things, but not all of them. I've had to prune some of the undercarriages out because they have a problem with FS wheel plugin, which is incompatible with modern versions of KSP. But I think that's about it. Set for the SRBs. So roll is off, yaw is off, and you can have pitch. So only pitch is going to be used for these. Let's just take a quick look. It's weird. Yeah, so now, yeah, that's much better. It's not absolutely perfect. Just patch it up a little bit. Let's put the tail skid on as well. So I'll move that a little bit further. Although I'd rather not. I want this as far back as possible, actually. Should be fine. Okay, so we've got little tail hook to finish undercarriage off. Then it's on to the SRBs. I'm going to attach those. That's what I mean by being awkward. It is rather awkward. So I've got one choice. I've got two choices. Raise this up a little bit, or see it's going to cause a gap there, or bring this down. Very strange though. To bring it down to about there. That's fine. So we are 840 kilos. 16 parts. Because we're playing in career mode, we have got a limit of 30 parts. 18 tons is the limit, we're nowhere near that. Okay, so SRBs, I'm going to turn these off just for a moment. Alright, so attach the SRBs, put a little nose just like that. Need to be able to decouple things. Okay, that's better. So use the separatrons. Yeah, a little bit too be an idea to put the decoupler here and get rid of the nose altogether. And make it a little bit better. Well, we'll try it as it is, just for now. How's that? Just. Because if you highlight the decoupler itself by mousing over it, it should only light up the parts that you want to decouple. If it lights up anything else, you've got a problem. It is very jerky. There's a very bad memory leak in this version of KSP. It's still there. They've never actually managed to fix the memory leak in this game. Didn't really want that. Okay. So we attach it just there. See, if we push it too far into the girder, it could cause problems when it decouples. Seems to be okay though. Try and deflect the thrust as far as possible from the pilot, whether it's Valentino or Jeb. We don't want them getting their hair singed or worse. Okay, so we've got Delta V calcs in the actual window up here. Kerbal Engineer Redux. Again, Generation 1, both of them could fail to ignite. Alright, so this is the girder flyer. Mark 1. The girder flyer Mark 1. Now, so I haven't spent any of my upgrade points in Kerbal construction time, so right now it's going to take 72 days. I'm going to bring that right down by spending all the points into the space plane hangar. We've got to launch from KC. Well, yeah, we've got to take off and land somewhere close to KSC. So we can't use any of the alternate launch pads or launch areas or runways or anything like that. Alright, so we'll head straight out and upgrade KCT. Alright, so back outside. Right, it's going to take 72 days. Almost 73 days actually. 6 hours in the cabin day, not 24 like hours. So I've got upgrades. SPH. I'm going to spend all of the 16 points we've got. As we go through these contracts, we'll gain some. Now, basically, what these are you got to think of these as teams of technicians and engineers, as well as scientists, depending on where you actually place. I mean, R&D, got SPH, and the VAB. So you got 2 levels right now. If I spent points in here as well as here, I could build 2 things at the same time. So right now we can't. So how long now? 8 days. So just over a week. It's going to click warp. So as soon as it's ready, we shall head to the runway. Alright, so out at the runway for the first time. As I said, it's just basically a slip of mud. There's not really a proper surface. So it's actually stuck in the, I'd say it's stuck in the mud. That's what I talk about, the TW has to be high enough to be able to overcome this. Alright, then check the controls. With the right, with the left, roll to the right, roll to the left, pitch down, pitch up. Alright, so here we go then. We've got SAS, I'll leave it on. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Not bad. Okay, let's get a bit of altitude. Not too much because we'll stall. Okay, let's let these SRBs go and qualify for the... There we go. No, Jib, where you going, man? Where you going, man? Where you going? It's fine, we can actually land on the... well, yeah, we've got a part failure. Okay. No. Yeah, exactly as I said. This tailplane actually jammed. Can we repair it? No, it's not. No. Oh, there we go. He's repaired it. So Jeb managed to repair it. Excellent. He must have long arms. So I've got that contract. Yeah, that's fine. They're the actual parts that we purchased. What else do we have? Okay, that's complete. Okay, so we've got world first, quite a few. 1, 2, 3, we've got 4. Wow, I've got plenty. That's brilliant. Yeah, so for the control surface. Build and fly a glider. The glider flight test was a success. The flight landed safely. Really? Safely. 1800. 3 signs, 3 reputation. Alright. Alright, so fully recovered. Got 3 signs. So I'm going to repeat that same mission again, same flight again. We're going to collect some signs on the runway. Do an EVA report possibly as well. So I've got 6 signs altogether there. 738 funds back from recovered parts. Obviously the SRBs we don't get back. He's got 1 experience gain. We've got 5 reputation. And he's got ribbons. Excellent. First landing on Kerbin. What for being the first Kerbal landing on Kerbin? I'm pretty sure they actually land. I'm pretty sure they actually live here, but never mind. First Kerbin rover driver, but that's counting the. So he's an external command seat. It's counted as a rover. So as you taxi along the runway before you can take off, it's counted as a drive rather than an actual taxi. Never mind. Alright, so we need more sites and some bit more money so we can pay off that venture loan. What else do we have? We can do that. Gather scientific data. Can definitely do that one. 3,840. We get 2 completions. 340, 1 size, 1 reputation. We also get an extra. As well as the advance of 1,344. 2,496, 1 size, 1 reputation as well. So we get 2 rewards for that. Okay, so this is the Girder Flyer Mark 1A. I've lent it back a little bit as well. As you can see. Hopefully it might sort of relax and this might touch the actual surface. So I've tweaked scaled the SRBs, the separatrons up to 120%, but the throttle down to 42%. So it gives us 12-second burn time, but TWI is 2.43. A little bit, it's at least, what is it, about 0.8, 0.9 TWR more compared to what it was. That's about it. Alright, so Valentine's going this time, because Jib's had a go. It'll take 5 days, 4 hours. So I've got 2nd generation now, as I said. So it should be a little bit more reliable, but it's not. Safety rating is still only 1. Because you can't really test SRBs unless you actually do it, a test fire at the pad. Then recover them intact. Because obviously when you decouple these, they'll just sort of they'll fall down and blow up, basically. Well, that can't be helped. I'm going to use scrapyard. 1 day, 5 hours. Now, still not tested, but the rest of the parts should be. 1 previous use. So we've got safety rating of 9 for the control surfaces now because they've been tested, recovered and refurbished. So hopefully this one doesn't jam it. Oh, it's this one, wasn't it? It was that one that jammed. It was a starboard side that jammed. Alright, so once again from the runway at KSC. And this time Valentina is going to be having a go because Jeb's already gone. Okay, so for the second flight of Valentina. What if we got a little bit more TWR? We can actually get off the ground a little bit easier than before. Okay, so pitch down, pitch up, your right, your left, roll right, roll left. Did not get any jamming. Control surfaces. Okay, so SAS is on. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's a bit better. Oh, much better. Got a bit of extra height while we've got some power. Excellent. So nose down. Whoa! What was that? I have no idea. Whoa, gonna stall, gonna stall, gonna stall. Okay. For obvious reasons we don't want to go into sea. We can land anywhere. I've got no contract for landing anywhere. Do an EVA report while in the air. It's pretty unique to the command seat that. Be able to do that. Alright, trees Valentina. No, trees dear. Ah. Nearly. That was lucky. Okay, so that's actually quite unique. In fact, it is unique to the external command seat. We'll take an EVA report while in the air. Alright, it's 80 meters a second. Nice chunk of money. Science and reputation. Okay, so once we recover this, we should get the reward for the contract for getting science from Kerbin. Alright, so fully recovered. We've got 12 science now. Well, 12.9 actually. Got 3.4 science from the EVA report. And recovering a vessel that survived the flight again. We've only got 0.5, but every little bit helps. Every bit helps. We've got 43,715 funds. All parts recovered. 1 experience gained. So Jeb and Valentina are neck and neck. Oh. Well, for any speed record greater than 100 meters per second. We've only got a reward for 80 meters per second. Obviously, you can go over that. Obviously, there's no world's first for 100. Landing on Kerbin again. Which is not the first one. Jet buzzer first. Awarded for moving a vehicle on surface of Kerbin. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so that's the first contract. That's a girder flyer. Alright, so in the next episode we're going to be motorising it for it to become our first powered aircraft. But for now, that's the end of this episode. That's the end of the first episode of this new series. Hope you enjoyed. If you are interested in the mods I've got installed, there's a lot of them. I haven't listed all of them. It would take too long. But you'll find the entire list, as I said, on the description section of the playlist itself. Just click the playlist link in the description section of each of the videos, and you'll be taken straight over to the playlist. You can actually see how many actual mods I've got installed. The full list is right there. Right, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, if you did enjoy it, don't forget to click like. It is appreciated. We also have Facebook and Twitter. If you want to try and get if you want to make a comment or a question, more than welcome to do so. But I do have a moderator team that goes through. Sometimes it can take a while to get to your comment if there's quite a lot. But I have to sort of sift through. If you want to a bit of a speedy reply to a comment or a question, to come onto Twitter and Facebook. You find links to both those websites on the banner on the front page of the channel. Alright, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for this series and others that I'm going through now and in the future. Alright, so once again, thank you for watching, and as always, take care. Bye bye.